So let's go see the van. So this is what it looks like. So I want to start from the floor to top. So, and this is the seating area. Watching wanna be Overlander, rebuilding by Overland Vehicle. Hello and welcome back to Wannabe Overlander YouTube channel. I promised to show you complete van tour on this video. Full van tour for this van. Of course this van is like a private property. It's never finished 100% and there's always something to done. But it's better show you right now because we are start to using this and we need to empty the van all the time because I want to show you when it's clear, not stuffed with all our camping gears. So let's go see the van. So this is what it looks like. So I want to start from the floor to top. So first of all, I have a Kalevala collection designed in Finland, this our flooring. Mieleni minun tekevi aivoni ajattelevi lähtemäni puuhailemahan, lattiani asentamahan. So that's some kind of poet. So here is the technical specification about this floor, and this is not laminate floor, this is a vinyl plank floor. So it's a complete plastic with some kind of stone material mixed in. So there is no wood. So this is 100% waterproof. So it's a sun resistant, durable, stain resistant, soundproof, and heat proof, and this is able to use with floor heating, but I don't have a floor heating here, and anti-slip surface. So this is quite not a slippery anything. There is some standards for the fire, and it's anti-static. So anti-static means definitely it's a grounding. So there is a Euro 1. I don't know what does this mean, but this van engine is also Euro 1 emission class. And it's antibacterial. So the second thing I want to show you our navigation system, and it's quite simple. We have this CarPlay, which is very cheap. So, and I have a stereo, which have a removable front panel, so we could take this off. Then we have a couple of USBs here. So this power switch here activates this secondary battery, and then this second USB port is come alive, and it's connected with the main battery only when the engine is running. But I could switch it off here, and then it's not charged the secondary battery either. So this navigate system is connected to the stereo via auxiliary port, so the voice is quite nice when you listen the navigator. So this is a simple set, and then I have a extra gauge here, this field pressure gauge, and this is a very cheap one. It's something 20-30 euros from eBay, and it comes from China. It works with battery, but I have also USB cable, but it's not need to be connected. And the pressure sensors are like this. These are something about 9 grams or something, so they are a little bit affect wheel balancing, but I'm testing it quite while, and it's working nice. And what else here? It's a very standard. In my turn signal arm I have a cruise control, and this is standard, but I changed it to the new housing, so only the arm is the original. And then we have these original heaters and controls. This is the secondary air unit, which is in the third row, so it's in the back and it blows up. I could switch with this button to connect it to the secondary battery. Then I could have it running, so the air comes from the overhead locker behind the bench. So when you're sleeping, you can get the fresh airflow directly from the outside of the van, and I show you that later a bit more. So this is the just the fresh air unit, and then we have this underfloor heating. It's a transporter Syncro original underfloor heating, which works with the hot water from the engine. So when this switch is turned to the heating, this motor could blow the hot air to the passenger apartment floor. And then we have this water heater, diesel heater for the heating the engine up. This I'm not connected yet. And then we have a 4-wheel drive rear diff locker. And this is my cup holder from Opel Vectra, 𝐓𝐘𝐒. So, and something like that. Basically this is very simple. And the one thing, so these ram mounts get very good grip from the telephone, and these tapered rubber heads, you could have a cover in your telephone or without cover or anything. It's get very strong grip, so the telephone is here very nice, and you could use the CarPlay. So this is a very recommended settings, and it's easy to install. But I'm definitely recommend screwing all things to the dashboard, because then they are staying there when you're driving, not dropping off, and not connecting anything front of the air vents, because you need this in the hot areas. So that's why I don't want to have a panel come out from my player. And of course we have a swivel seats and captain seats. I have something some plastic plugs still missing. I'm not fitted them yet. I get the new one already, but I don't have time to fit all things. The seats are standard, but there are new upholsteries, and I'm fixed the rails and everything. And then I'm going to show you how to open the pop-top roof. So we have a straps here. This is quite simple. Can I do it with the one hand? So the straps are off, and then you basically push it up. It goes all the way, quite nice. I have this curtain rail here. It's easy to drop down, but I'm not going to drop it down now. And this is our mosquito nets here. We could have a fresh air here. It's very important, because it gets very hot here if you not get the airflow both sides. And it's a full size of bed, and it's big enough for me. So you could use a seat for the ladder and a table for ladder. So I'm sweating a lot here, but we have airflow here. Now it's a hot summer day in the middle of the July. Perhaps there is going to have a storm, but I show you I could sleep here. So I'm nearly 2 meters tall, and I could sleep here, because the bed length is not a 2 meter, but this end, the end of the van, there is a little bit more extra space, and so this is big enough for me. So I'm pretty happy with these settings. So if the one wants to sit down and work with the computer or anything, one could come to sleep up here. So this is quite nice. But I go down now because I'm sweating. I don't want to get the new bed wet. So, and this is the seating area. So the driver's seat, you could not rotate 180 degrees because of this table, but definitely there is a place for sit down. And the passenger seat have also this nice swivel table, which could rotate to out of the van. So the curtain rails you could drop down here, so you have access to the up. And then we have a locker here. Oh, it's full of stuff. And this is place for the fridge. I don't have a fridge yet, and there is a little bit problem. This is not a very big, and I want to have a portable fridge, so perhaps I'm going to buy only 9-liter fridge. 18-liter fridge could not fit here in this closet without taking the door off. That's an option too, but I'm not decided yet how I do it. And I have a power plug there in the corner, and I could easily make some another connections there. Then we have this table here. This I could show you. This is one locker. I have some portable gas stove there, and this locker, this is our toilet. We will never use it. It's just for the emergency, and it fits perfectly to this locker. I'm lifting this shelf up or higher, so this could fit under the locker. So it's perfect place in there. Then a couple of things about techniques. This is an underfloor heater. I could show you the unit. Unit is there. There is a blower motor and heating matrix. And I add some mosquito net where it takes the air, because lots of tree leaves and other dirt go in there, and then the blower motor stuck. And it blows hot air here. And here I have a Chinese diesel heater under the front swivel base, and there is an air splitter made from stainless steel. It blows half air to these vents, and you could rotate these vents, change the direction of the airflow, and half of the air goes to behind the cabin. There is a air pipe. It goes under the seat here, and another vent is in there under the bench. And more from the technique, there is my water tank for drinking water. I have another water tank under the van. This diesel heater fuel tank fits perfectly to this spot, so I don't need to strap on this water tank. So there is the filler neck, air hoses, power main switch, solar power unit. It shows it's charging. I don't never tasting it yet. Does it produce heat and much? No, it's not hot anything. And some water filter. This water filter, I have a special connection here. I could change the water flow from the main tank under the van to the sink through this water filter if it's necessary. If I could not get more water here, and I have still water under the van. So we have a sink here and the gas burner, but the burner is not connected yet. I'm not solved yet how I could fit the gas bottle safely to this van. Panels here, I could see there is just a 0.4, or there is now a little bit sun coming. And main water tank, how much water? Now there is a 50% in a tank. I'm just filled a little bit so I could show you. And lights, and one is in the back of the van. And the water pumps, first one is the sink and secondary is from the main tank. So when I open this pump, I could use the sink, and the pump from this tank pumps water directly to the sink, and the water flows under the van. There's no grey water tank yet, so let's fit the tanks back so it's easy. You just slide this in here and you're good to go. They don't have place to move anywhere there. And you could clean your hands and cutleries and anything here. So here are some berry pickers. So let's close the sink. And we have a top shelf here. So I have all covers here actually. I should peel off these covers. I'm already forget to take this off, but now the van is quite ready, so we could do this at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. this pump we could stop. And here I have my Chinese diesel heater control panel. Here is one issue. Oh, I'm open it accidentally, but this screen wants to go off. I need to put some tapings here, I think so, because the screen wants to go off. We don't need to have a heating now, so stop heating. So, and this panel is just locked here. Here is the thermostat sensor, so it could know how much the temperature is in this section. So we have a couple of USB ports here. There is this PD30, and here is one more. This is power up when they push the button, but also it's disconnect. So, and overhead locker, I have still need some adjusting here because this lock knob could not lock yet. But this is a very tiny locker because there is air pipes on it. So air pipes come from this unit here in the A, B, C, D. From the D pillar air comes from the D pillar air unit, but there is an air filter, so this is a clean air all the time. And here is the nozzles, and the pipe goes there, and there is a solar panel cables. And here is a little bit locker room, and here is room for the clothes, 3 floors. And of course I didn't show you this locker, which is good food storage. And here behind the water tanks are also empty space in this section. That's pretty much in here. I show you this bed later. Also these covers. And also this CarPlay screen has a camera, so it's recording all the time the traffic. And then the tailgate, spare wheel carrier, it's still not on the place because I didn't have time to repair that catch. This place is for the jerry cans. I didn't have time to fit those either yet. I built this extra brake light bar here myself. I couldn't find the correct one for this van, so it's definitely good in here because if big trucks are behind you, they could not see your brake lights in down here. So it's very good for your own safety. And there is also plastic cover on. This is a reversing camera. Then let's check our shower settings. First of all, I want to tell you there is coming some cover under the bench, so the equipments could stay there, but I don't have time to fix it yet. And this is the air unit, which makes me lots of headache to fit this seat here, but it's possible, it's doable. You could see another video what I have done with this, so I could fit it here. It's a little bit place your head area, but I have a tiny wife, so it's not a problem for me. I could open this service door to change the light bulbs, but if I need to change the air filter, I need to disconnect these 4 seat bolts and sliding seat a little bit front, so I could get the filter off there, but it's not need to do so often, so don't bother for that. And here is the one locker, and we have these sliding doors here. They are sliding here alone when I brake, but if I have a bed, clothes there. Here are a little bit longer locker, but this my awning back could not fit there if I don't have a little bit shorter legs, or if I take them off from each other. I have a wastewater hose here and one extra hose here. I want to make some system so I could control the grey water to waste tank or directly to the ground, but it's still on the work list. And this is definitely for the rubber boots and something like that when we are going to traveling, this locker. Then I show my shower system. First of all, I show you the water tank. The water tank is about 50 liter. It's under the van here. 54 liter exactly. and here is the filling place. Also, now we are in this side of van. I show you this cargo rail here and our Maxx Traxx. Yeah, and back to the water pump system. We have also here electric connection if you need some 12 volt here. So the water system works like this. Just put the power on the pump. So the water pump stops because I have a 0.4 bar pressure switch. So when I push the water, pump runs, and when I pump stops. This is quite simple system and it works very nice. So you can wash anything here, shower or anything. This is a quite good system. And then when I stop using it, I switch the pump off and I'm shaking the hose empty so I don't have water spilling in the floor in the van. And this is normal shower holder here, which you get any hardware store. So this is a quite simple system. The water pipe is just connected here, the hose with the normal crimp, and this is a hardware store equipment. So what else? I want to show you this our shower set curtain system. So we have this kind of tarp here, which I need to make some more these buttons here because it's not ready yet also either. So everything is always not ready, and there is some hooks you could fit behind the bumper so it's not goes with the wind so much and don't burn it with the exhaust. And then up here we have also shower curtain. So it drops down like this, and you could strap it on the both sides. So we could have a good privacy shower room. Of course you need to strap it a bit better, but you have a quite nice big private shower room. And also I have this awning which slides here to this C-rail, and then there is posts what we put in the ground here and a couple of wires, so we could have a nice area without the rain here, just near of the van. And that rail also have a water drainage here, so it's prevent the water goes down to the sliding door area. So the next thing I show you the bed. The shower curtains are packed there. I didn't filming it. So this is the perfect place to storage your sleeping gear when you're driving, because it's in this area which is not bother you cooking or anything inside the van. So I'm going to show you how to switch this bed to the sleeping position. I have a lever here which free the seat. I'm not sure possible see. I need two hands for this. This is quite heavy because there is a gas struts. Like this. So now it's on the sleeping position. Buckles you could turn between the seats so it's not bother when you're sleeping. So, and this is quite comfortable. It's big enough for me and we sleep very well there. So, and I have also a sliding window here, which is not very big like the original style, but anyway it helps a bit. And this upper shelf, I think I already showed you. This was the tricky thing for the curtains, but I managed to do it. I have some kind of split system here, and I make it from sheet metal. I have a better clip for you to show you how this operates. But then I could have curtains between the driver's seat and the sleeping area. So because there is no tints in the front window, so you could see directly in the van if we have lights here. So we need definitely this curtain here. But because the pop-top roof, it's a quite tricky thing. We have a curtains here, all windows. I'm not going to open these. And yeah. And this was the tiny area what we lose here because of this air unit. But we could have airflow here when we're sleeping, so if it's very hot. And when we have sun, we have free electric to run this unit, so it's not a problem for the draining battery. And I put the tiny switch here because there is this light in the floor, so we're not draining the battery. And nighttime, if we want to have stilt somewhere in the desert, I could close the electricity there. And now you could see the solar panels. There is a couple of 130 watt flexi panels which are directly glued to the pop-top roof. And where my solar electricity go, it goes to this secondary battery, and it's in right under the seat bench. So there is now some kind of lead acid hobby battery, but I'm going to replace it before I'm going to longer trips. As my tires also, there is going to be rougher tires. So this is our setup. So this is about my T4 camper van. Now the plates are on the Finnish car register as a personal car, not the van anymore. And so I need to pay the full tax as a personal car, but the seats are legal and there's lots of flies here. Everything is in a legal order. It's a 4-person car and I don't need to remove the seats every annual inspection, and the police could not say me anything if there is a 4-passenger or if there is a bed on the place. So anything is correct now. There is airplanes stopping my filming all the time, but and that's it about my van tour video. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you don't done that yet. And I appreciate if you share my videos on the social media and hit the like button and comment also down below. It helps my video get a larger audience. And that's it about van build videos. It's done. Something small things could have on the videos later, but not the major building videos. And now I'm start to focusing further trips, first in the nearby countries and later around the world.